What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 69 of the 16-Ounce Gaming Podcast. This is a B1 sexy date and night with my boy, Surf Biscuit, because nothing's more sexier with a deep voice than an English accent.
Jesus Christ. Why am I the boy?
It's episode 69. I was messing around before we started and I started talking like that and asked my wife if I should start the show like that because of it being episode 69. So, sir, how you doing, man?
I'm good, thank you, mate. I'm very good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Been a long day, but a little tired, but because I stayed up gaming pretty late last night and my son woke up twice because he's got his molars all growing in. So he woke up a couple times and dad life, you know what I mean?
Dad life. Whiskey, have you tried whiskey?
No, I didn't rub whiskey on his house. They don't do that no more these days, I don't think. Well, I'm sure there's somebody out there that does, but
I'm sure there is.
Yeah, we have baby's Tylenol and all that. Well, for everyone, it's just Surf and I tonight. It's another date night. Unfortunately, Toast and Rouse both could not make it tonight, but hey, we're gonna have a good time anyway. Pretty much, we're just gonna be going over some news and chit-chatting. So, as we do every week, what have you been up to over the past week?
Me? It's been a crap week for gaming. Had to do an awful lot of overtime this week. So I think I've managed maybe 3 hours of gaming a week. Just a couple of hours on a couple of nights, Tuesday and Wednesday, I think. That's all man. I go in. So it's not been good. What I did get to play, I did some Batman Origins. And suddenly when a game clicks with you and you start enjoying it, at least that happened this week.
That's good.
Yeah, was because I think I've been a bit down on it previous weeks. It just seemed to click. I got into the story. I think it was you do a sort of side mission where you meet the Mad Hatter. That was a really fun mission, and it just sort of clicked with me from that point. So I'm actually quite keen to push on with it now. We'll see how it goes. Oh, I don't think it's any spoilers to say, and I finally met the Joker as well. Because I think everyone knows he's in all of them.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, yeah, I got to the point where the Joker revealed himself. And the Joker in the Batman games is such a good Joker.
Yeah, because it's Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think, I'm not sure if it, as far as I understand, he's not Mark Hamill in all of the games.
Okay.
But I'm not sure which ones he's in. So until I see the card, I'm not sure if this is one. I think I read whoever does the voice does a really good Mark Hamill impression, and it's almost impossible to tell.
Yeah, which, I mean, the Mark Hamill voice for Joker is the best voice ever. I mean, he just nailed what, like, as a fan of Batman and reading comics of Batman when I was a kid, like that. The way he does the voices is just like what I imagined in my head. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And the way that Joker sort of acts in the game is it's just pure anarchy, isn't it? So, So that really clicked. And then a bit more of boy band simulator with Final Fantasy 15, which I'm also really enjoying.
Like how you call it boy band simulator.
But it's sort of getting around. It's so nice. You sort of get from one side of the map to the other. You can just sort of stick it on auto drive and like listen to music from the other Final Fantasy games.
Yeah.
While they fart ass around in the car. It's like watching a boy band documentary sometimes. But now I'm really, really enjoying that.
Great.
I like all that. I haven't come across. Oh, sorry.
Well, that didn't sound good.
No. House falling to bits. Really good.
What'd you drop? Your beer or?
No, let's check it still turns on. I dropped my tablet, but it's fine.
Okay.
It's on the screen. Well, I didn't drop it. It just seemed to fly off the side table for some reason. Maybe I'm haunted.
We're a top-notch production over here.
Top-notch production. Yeah, I don't know why that. That's weird. That shouldn't have fallen off. That was really firmly on. Maybe I am haunted. That was very strange. So yeah, I'm really getting into it's just fun, that game. Doing fishing, running around doing the hunts.
The fishing is insanely fun in that game.
Yeah. I think I enjoy it more than the Red Dead Redemption fishing, if I'm honest.
Red Dead's fishing was pretty damn good too.
Yeah,
Red Dead's fishing felt more realistic.
I think it felt more realistic.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you just want sort of sit back fun, this is just a bit more fun because it's just a bit easier.
It's more of like an arcade
it's
type
sort of like
thing.
Left, just follow what on the joystick what it's telling you to do. So I think I'm on chapter 3 of that now.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so pushing on with that. And that's about it, really. I played some Division with you guys earlier on this evening, and quite a bit on Sunday with... No, actually, not a lot on Sunday. I played a bit on Sunday with Raz and with you lot last Saturday. All 4 of us, which was really nice. Reminded me of the old days when we all met.
Yep.
With the original
definitely.
Division. And the game is all I hoped.
That game is fantastic.
It is fantastic. I think I prefer it over Anthem.
Same here.
I still really like Anthem, and I want to finish Anthem. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just more fun.
I think like Toast mentioned, like since Anthem has stuff being released in the beginning of April, so I think I might just grind out some of like the Division up until that releases, and then jump back into Anthem.
That makes sense, I think. Yeah, and then you'll enjoy Anthem all the more for going back to it, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, that's about it for me this week. So not a good week. Maybe 3-4 hours tops of gaming. So hopefully, fingers crossed, next week will be a bit better. And I'm hoping to get a lot of the Division in this coming weekend, if people are around.
Yeah.
So, how about you?
Oh, what are you drinking?
Oh, what am I drinking? Oh, yeah, big reveal.
I thought you were going to remember. It's just the two of us. I thought you might remember this.
I am drinking lager. That's what it says on the tin. It's the supermarket home brand lager.
Oh,
and
man.
As you saw, I posted the picture, and it's just lager. And the taste reflects the quality of the labelling.
Now, when you say supermarket local lager, so is it like that supermarket's brand?
Yeah, it's that supermarket's premium lager, 4.6%. And
anything tastes premium about it?
I think no. you can taste that. You can taste alcohol. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You know you're drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I think if you were outside on a sunny day with a barbecue and you were just getting drunk with friends, I think it'd probably be fine. When you're not concentrating on, when you're not concentrating on what you're drinking, you're just drinking.
You just drink. Well, yeah, you're saying like drinking to get drunk. You can do it.
I think that would be fine.
Yeah, because you never want to buy like really nice beers just to slam. You want to enjoy the nicer stuff.
Exactly. The thing that's annoying more about it than anything is the cheapness is how thin the cans are, because you can't pick it up without tinting the can. Because the tin's so thin.
That's funny you say that. My wife has a habit of squeezing her cans, like she indents them, so like I guess like she has like a grip. And anytime she takes a sip of something of mine, she always does it to it. It drives me nuts. I just hate it.
I think she'd probably destroy these then, because I'm not trying, and it looks like it's been in a panel beating shop already. It's really bad. So yeah, that's what I'm drinking. But what can I complain? It was £3 for 4 cans, which was about $4. How much is that? No, that would be about $2.50 nowadays.
Oh damn! Yeah, I can't complain about that.
Yeah.
I bet you can taste alcohol in that.
Shit. Yeah. How about
Well,
you?
see, I had sort of a similar week. I didn't really game a lot this week. I mean, I feel like I didn't game a lot, but I actually probably did because I played a lot of my Switch this week. I played a lot of The Division, not as much as others in the community have, but I think I'm like level 14 now. And but yeah, I played with Cabo earlier this week for like an hour or so before like I had to crash, and then last night I also played with him and God damn it, Bob. I played with the three of us play together. I would say for an hour and a half, 2 hours, but God damn it, Bob and I played for a pretty long time. I didn't go to bed till midnight.
Oh wow.
Yeah, since I was off today, so I actually streamed too. So I'm getting back into streaming every other week. For not next Thursday, but the following, I'll be streaming again. That way I can do longer streams instead of just like 40 minutes or an hour, because that doesn't really go well for streaming, you know.
Yeah, I get that.
But so played a lot of Division, like you said earlier. Played with you, Roz, and Toast, and I wish Roz was on here because I always like to say how proud I am of his tactical approach in the Division. He's not just trying to blow everything up all the time.
I know. I always feel guilty. I always have the impression that Toast sat at the other end, just with face planting every time we're running around like headless chickens.
Yeah. But no, I like, man, the Division 2 has just it exceeded my expectations. Like I was like hoping that they took what they learned from the first game and just implemented it, and it was like better, and they did, plus more. Like the PvE area is so much better in this one. There's so much more to do. I feel like you're constantly getting in encounters. Like remember the first Division, you just walk around forever, and you run into like 4 or 5 guys in the PvE area and just like butcher them.
Occasional crossroads, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, like from the saving people from executions to the outposts to, you know, control points, like so many side missions, like just so much to do in the PvE area. That's so great, making me looking forward to when we do get to do like the end game stuff, which I know I gotta get to. I want to get to 30, but at the same time, I'm not trying to rush myself to 30. No, so I want to enjoy the game. I really like the scaling thing that they did, like with because Cabo and Toast are both almost 30, and how it like scales all the enemies up, but scales us up also. But we also get like bonus experience.
Yeah, I
liked it.
I think I jumped up about 3 or 4 levels in one mission earlier on.
Yeah,
just because of the scaling.
And I enjoy that more than like the first one, where it was like if someone was max level, they could just run ahead of you and just murder everybody.
Yeah, and I agree, and you just run behind and everything was dead by the time you got in the room. Yeah. Yeah,
this time at least you feel involved in the party.
Yeah. You might go down often, but at least you are contributing something. So
exactly. Yeah.
And you're right, that map is just so jam packed. It's like an Assassin's Creed map. It's just so much on the map when you open it up. There's it's a classic side missions and collectibles everywhere.
Yeah, it's a classic Ubisoft map, just like collectibles all over the wazoo, and I like the customization of the characters. Like when I say that, I mean by like the apparel, like getting different clothing and all that. Is like I remember you don't get as much. I feel like that doesn't drop as often as it used to, because I think they're pushing towards people buying those crates. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
the first Division, you would get clothing drops all over the place and find them in the world all over the place too.
And I don't know if I've been unlucky, but I'm finding it really difficult to get sidearm upgrades. I think it wasn't until just before I finished tonight, about an hour ago, that I finally got another sidearm. I'd been using this like the same one since the beginning of the game. I just hadn't picked up any other sidearms. Not that I used them often, but it was annoying. Yeah. I kept getting warning messages that one piece of my equipment was well below spec, and I should find upgrades for it, but I just wasn't finding any.
Yeah, I only gotten I haven't gotten a ton of pistols either, because that's what you're talking when you say sidearm.
Yeah, sorry, pistols, yeah.
No, I mean that's a correct term. I was just making sure I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, I haven't got a ton of them either, but I mean I haven't gotten that message. Like I've gotten enough, I guess, within the same level as my other gear that I haven't gotten that message.
Yeah, it's been really weird. Like, I think I had everything else at about 17, and my sidearm was still at 2.
Yeah.
Because I just wasn't finding any. It was really weird. I think for me, my big complaint, it's really, really minor, but I really don't like the character generator bit. I'm not happy with my guy at all, but I think I got the best I could. I think I preferred the one in Wildlands. There's something weird.
Okay.
I don't know if it's just me, but I think for me, the proportions of the guy all out. His legs. This is really minor because you only ever see it when you're on your character screen, but his legs seem too short and his torso seems too big. I don't know if maybe it's the angle they're looking at.
I think it's the angle that it's on. Yeah,
I find it really off-putting.
Since I took this as like this is like in the future, like not current day. I made my character try, like I was like, I wonder what my son would look like in his young, early 20s, and if he was a punk rock like hipster dude in DC. That's what I made mine look like. But the only thing really bugs me about the game is having to travel all the way back to the boo for skill points.
Yeah, it's the only place you can do it, isn't it? It's really weird.
Yeah. Like, I don't, like, if you want to make it that you could only upgrade at a base, like, could you at least make it the safe houses the same thing, or the outpost? I can't remember if you can do it at outposts or not.
Most of the other
you can't even do it at the
outposts, aren't they? Like, you can do your projects and stuff at all the outposts, and you can do projects for all the other outposts at each outpost. So it's weird that you have to go back to the White House to do your ability upgrade.
It annoys the hell out of me.
It's a strange decision.
And then I finally ditched the drone. I tried to use it. I just don't like the drone at all. So I went over to the Seeker Mine today, which you saw. I was using the Seeker Mine instead. Yes. So, I guess besides talking nothing but the Division 2, I mean, that's the only negative thing I have to say. I haven't experienced any. I mean, there's been like your small dumb glitches of like characters stuck in animations and stuff like that. But other than that, or like earlier where like it sounded like someone was shooting the entire time we were running around, but you guys didn't hear it, but I did. And then when I loaded my gun, it went away. Like little things like that are the only glitches I've experienced. I've heard, I think Goddammit Bob, Roz, and maybe Kabowski or someone else mentioned they've been dashboarded a few times.
That happened with Milk as well earlier on when he started the game up. I think it took him about 4 goes, I think, before he finally got in.
Yeah, I think the first time I launched the game, I got dashboarded, and after that, it never happened again. So
yeah, really minor for me. I was just going to say, I don't know if it's going to happen to you, but every time I fire it up, the sort of accessibility option where it reads the menu options out keeps getting turned back on. I find that slightly annoying. I have to keep turning it off.
I haven't had that happen.
That's really minor. You just turn it off when you fire the game up to start with, and then that's it. But
yeah, overall, just a very solid release for them, you know. And Bob's in chat. He said, "Yeah, he got dashboarded after the patch got installed." Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so besides Division 2, the other games I've played a lot more Warframe on the damn Switch. I should have never downloaded that game on the Switch. You know how addicted I was to it on Xbox. Now I have it everywhere I go. They did a surprisingly really good job porting that over to the Switch. It feels really good. And I don't know. I've been playing that when like I got to be able to pay attention to my kid and listen if he's like playing in front of me. So like I don't need the volume on. I don't need headphones in. I can kind of like lift my head up constantly and watch him, you know?
Yeah.
So I've been playing that a lot. Played more Breath of the Wild. Still haven't progressed in the story because I keep getting like I just go after everything I see. I need to start putting my tunnel vision on and going towards the story mission stuff, you know. Another fantastic game. More Crackdown, which I've been posting up on YouTube. Still same old Crackdown to me. Nothing fantastic about that game, but I still have fun playing it. I think that's it. I think that's all I played this week. Pretty pumped for Monday because MLB The Show 2019 will be coming out, and I'll be playing my PlayStation 4. Finally.
You're actually going to fire your PlayStation up, are you?
Hell yeah, for baseball, dude.
Yeah.
The Show is like the best baseball game ever made.
Apparently so.
And Xbox has not had one since 2014, I think. So, or 2013, somewhere around that. Yeah, I think it was 2013 the last one came out because this gen console doesn't have one at all.
No.
So, well, it does, but it's a shitty RBI. It's that shitty RBI baseball, not a legit like simulator, nice, good-looking game. So
have you got it purchased and downloaded, ready to go, or are you just gonna?
Nah, I still gotta purchase it. I still gotta get permission. To put it that way. So, but yeah. So other than that, that's all I really played. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. But yeah, I haven't played. I gotta get back into Apex Legends. I haven't played that in a while too. I was really enjoying that. But as for what I'm drinking tonight, I went into the supermarket and they had, I guess they're clearing, I guess making room for new stock, so they're getting rid of a lot of stuff on sale. And I got a 6-pack of Southern Tier Brewing Company's New School IPA, which is usually, it's a, made with American hops with a tropical twist. So it's got like, I don't know, citrus flavored shit in it. It's only a 6% IPA, nothing crazy. But it was only $6 for a 6-pack, so it's like can't beat that. It's normally like $12, so it was like 50% off. So I might be stopping in there again tomorrow for when I go over to a cookout. Going over to my brother-in-law's for dinner tomorrow, so I might swing in there and grab another nice beer because they had a couple on sale, and I was like, holy crap! So I guess they're just trying to clear their shelves for new stock coming in.
Springboks.
Yeah, for all the spring shit. Yep. So, but yeah, that's pretty much what the two of us have been up to. Excuse me. I hate when I burp mid-sentence during the podcast because I just can't control it. Some quick housekeeping real quick, guys. Just a reminder that we do have a Patreon if you want to support the show. Another way to support the show is Patreons. You guys get access to a specific channel on our Discord channel. Also, you get entered into our giveaway, which currently is every 2 months. And you do not have to be a Patreon just to get into that giveaway. If you join our Discord and you listen live and you're in the chat at the time we do the giveaway, you also will be entered into that giveaway. Another way to support the show is head over to merchroom.com/collections/16OZ for a coffee mug, a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, anything your little heart desires that we have on there, stickers, buttons, all that fun stuff. And you can use promo code 16ounce for 10% off your total purchase. So
yeah, get ready for summer.
Yeah, get ready for summer. Get some tank tops. You can get some tank tops there, all that stuff. So all right, guys. Well, I say guys, but it's just me and my man, sir. So used to saying guys. Let's jump into some news. The biggest announcement in gaming ever, not ever, but this week, is Google announced Stadia, which is a cloud gaming subscription service capable of streaming 4K resolution at 60 frames per second with HDR, so they say. It will be accessible via Chrome and integrate with YouTube. It will have a state share service where viewers can launch a game at the same point as a streamer. Google VP Phil Harrison says 30 megabytes per second will be required for 4K. Last year's testing suggested around 25 megabytes per second. It's rumored xCloud will need 5 megabytes per second. Fuck. That's it. Damn. So, as they have yet to announce the freaking price of this, but Google have confirmed that it won't be a worldwide launch. And after the conference, our homie Phil Spencer said, Google went big today, and we have a couple of months until E3 when we will go big. So, what's your thoughts on this?
Well, I think all the big players seem to have decided this is the way the world's going. I think it fills a niche for a lot of people, but I still think the people listening to this podcast, and just us generally, anyone who's really into games and call themselves gamers, they'll still want a PC or a console. I don't think for day-to-day stuff, streaming is what the majority of gamers will move over to. I think it will be useful for when you're away on holiday, or if you're away on business, we'll use it. But I think if you're at home, I still think most gamers all want a box under the TV or a PC on the desk.
Yeah. I mean, hey, what's going on, Organic? I think, like, this idea is currently, like, I feel like Google's going to be at the point of where, like, VR was when it first came out. It was like, oh, yeah, it's really cool, but it's just not there kind of thing. You know what I mean? I mean, Google is a company that can do it because, let's face it, they fucking, like, they pretty much own everything. Amazon pretty much own everything in the world. Like, it seems, I mean, they could build the infrastructure to do it, and because, like, they said there was going to be, they pretty much built their own internet to run this thing in a way. Apparently
so. Yeah, I think you did mention it in the news article, but I think they've also started a game studio up, haven't they, so they can have their own exclusives. So they're obviously not messing around.
Yeah. And Bob just pointed out a good thing, because you're saying most of the people in the community and us would rather have a console or piece of hardware. He just said it's cool, but he doesn't like to think of, if your internet is out, that you can't game even for a single player game.
Yeah, exactly. No internet, no gaming at all. And I mean, and you got to, if it is 20, let's say it's 25 rather than 30, that's going to rule out an awful lot of people. I mean,
yeah,
that's me out. Until I get the upgrade. And I know we all make fun of how bad mine is, but there are an awful lot of people with roughly the same speed as me.
Yes, especially in Australia.
Yep.
You know.
And also, I think in the States, things like data caps and stuff are a big issue.
Yeah, Organic was bringing that up in the chat that no one's discussed that. Yeah, like it's gonna run your data up fast.
If it's 4K,
yeah.
So, we'll see. I be honest, I think at the moment, even with Microsoft saying it only needs, I'm assuming Microsoft xCloud is saying 5, because at the moment they're only streaming Xbox One S games, aren't they? So they won't be 4K games. So
yeah, they're probably Microsoft's probably it's not trying to reach for the stars and being more realistic that most of their customers might not even have 4K yet. Not everyone has a 4K TV still today, you know. So
exactly.
Why go go after the larger margin of people, you know?
But I think even them, with their slightly reduced scope there, I think they're all slightly ahead of the infrastructure at the moment.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think I can see it taking off, but I think it'll be a very, very long time before it's the standard. And the interesting is, I think the thing they keep inquiring about is the one that I'm most interested in is how much is this going to cost?
Yeah, the price and how, what is it? Is it going to be a you pay a subscription but also have to buy your games, or you pay a subscription and
you get the games, exactly.
You get games, which means you don't own your games. And then also the other thing that they showed that was really weird was like um, how like they could show you a trailer of a game and you can hit just start and start playing the game. So is it going to be like traditional Google where they just like collect as much data as they can on you and throw ads in the middle of your gaming experience?
It's funny. I was talking to somebody at work today about that. They're saying, we know Google. Is it going to be like you playing, I know, Doom for 20 minutes, and then suddenly you have to stop for a 30-second advert if it's free? And Organic makes a good point, I think, with the difference between Google and Microsoft is for Google streaming is where it's at, but for Microsoft it's just like a bolt-on extra.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
and then the other thing that I thought was strange, I like listened to other people talk and watched a lot of coverage on this thing just because I wanted to get as much, like the controller is apparently like, I guess like a Bluetooth connecting type controller that like just you can switch from your television over to your laptop like seamlessly or whatever, apparently. Wi-Fi, that's right, yeah. Like, can that like, is there, what are they going to do to protect you from like accidentally doing that? You know what I mean?
There are
I'm sure they thought of it, but
aren't there?
Yeah. Like, I want to see like a live demo of this thing, not just some video you throw up showing somebody playing it.
So I think the launch will probably be restricted to the States to start with, possibly maybe the UK and some other, maybe the States and Canada to start with, if they're not doing a worldwide launch. As a practice run, I think I'll take it slow.
Yeah. It's going to come down to price too.
Oh yeah, that will be a big thing. As you said, I think the key thing is it, I don't know, $20 a month plus you have to buy the games, or is it $20 a month and you get all the games? I think that would be a tough sell for all the big AAA studios.
Exactly.
Because they're basically then offering what Game Pass is, aren't they?
And
I don't think the AAA studios are going to let their big titles go straight into a service like that.
Yeah. Oh man. So this kind of gets me excited for E3 as well, just because of Phil's response. Like, I mean, it sounds like the way he talked was just kind of like, he kind of like shrugged it off in a way to me.
Yeah,
like,
I think the start of his quote said there wasn't anything there we weren't expecting. I think the only thing he seemed really impressed with was the tie-in with YouTube. And I must admit, that seemed quite cool. The fact that you could, like, I know, if you're stuck on a section, you could watch somebody else doing it and play along at the same time. So, like, if you're, instead of having to watch a Let's Play and then go and do it afterwards if you're really stuck on a section.
But at the same time, I could pull that up on my phone and watch it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are other ways around it. So,
I mean, it's still a cool option, though. I admit, yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll all come down to price. Price primarily, and then secondly, actually, how well does the thing work? So I've seen a few comments where people have called bullshit on what Google was saying on the quality of the stream, and the speed. I think other people in the industry, I've seen a few where they said, I don't believe it at the moment. I don't think they can do that 4K 60 frames per second with
at
that latency.
Minimum amount of speed. Yeah. Well, as we said, it's all about the money, and is $100 million too much for Iron Man? It seems that Anthem has probably topped $100 million in digital revenues since its launch, according to analyst firm Superdata. Additionally, it has made around $3.5 million from in-app purchases on PS4 and Xbox.
So
go ahead.
I was going to say 100 million. That seems a lot. I think, as the article said, though, which I thought was quite interesting, it's a bit hard to judge because we don't really know what EA's expectations were. 100 million sounds a lot to us, but from EA's point of view, it might still be a failure.
Yeah. And that's when it says digital revenues, that means like that doesn't mean just sales of the game. That's like additional things bought through the game.
No, because I mean, I'm assuming the additional things are the in-app purchases, which is 3.5 million on top.
Okay.
From what I read, that's like 100 million digital sales, like through the Xbox store and the PS4 store, not including discs.
Okay, so this wasn't sales, just like straight to. Okay, yeah, digital. Never mind. I'm thinking it was just hard, like where it's
digital stuff.
Okay, I was getting mixed up. I was thinking the hard copies where it's the sales to stores, not people actually buying the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a feeling that they were expecting more than that.
I think they probably were. I mean, 100 million seems a lot to us, but how much does a big AAA game cost nowadays? So yeah. I hope it's enough to keep EA away from BioWare's door, because EA are really ruthless, and I think Anthem's taken a lot more flack than it deserves. So
yeah,
I'm hoping it's made enough to keep EA at least happy enough not to
give it a chance,
not to do anything drastic with BioWare.
Yeah. Like as pretty much BioWare is working on only this game, so like this is their baby, this is their studio. Like from what I was reading, like pretty much everyone's working on this, so you don't want to lose BioWare. You know what I mean?
Oh god, and yeah.
EA is known to be like, hey, you guys ain't meeting expectations. Goodbye. You know what I mean? But I think they need to give this game at least a year for them to address things. I mean, they've been rapidly addressing issues and things in the game, so I think if they continue it, by next year this game will be a totally different game, like multiple other, like how the original Division changed, how the original Destiny changed. It's going through the same pains as those, even though I think it should have watched those games and learned from their mistakes. I'm not saying that they get a pass on releasing a game that had a lot of issues and people were unhappy with, because you are paying $60 and in the end it should have been completed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But
I think if it was Ubisoft as the publisher, I wouldn't be worried at all, because they seem to be really good at supporting stuff. But I think EA's got to prove itself there.
Well, speaking of reincarnating, the Calling's reincarnation gets called. After being called and then relaunched as The Calling Origins on Xbox last November as a free-to-play title, the developer, how do you say that one word?
Xavier, I think.
Xavier, okay, all right. Xavier has announced the game will be taken offline as of the 15th of May. Thousands of daily users have provided only a fraction of the revenue to keep the game alive. It's no surprise.
It's it's always a shame when a game goes under. But yeah, I don't think anyone's surprised.
Yeah. I never played any of those games, but I just heard it wasn't that great. And was this the same one that, like, at one point there was only 2 people in the server?
It might be. I'm not sure if it's the same one, but yeah, it's like. I mean, things are bad if free to play is not working, because that seems to be the savior of the gaming world at the moment, doesn't it?
Yeah,
like, make it free to play, and even free to play is not enough to entice people. That's a shame.
Well, that sucks, but we'll jump into this next news. I don't know how to tie it into this one. It's pretty hard because, but hey, if you have Netflix or if you live over in where you can watch over-the-air BBC programming, the great, fantastic fucking show Peaky Blinders is coming to PC and consoles. Future Lab has announced it's developing a video game based on the TV show Peaky Blinders. The game will feature an innovative story design, allowing players to play as multiple characters. I will buy this in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
even if it looks bad, I will buy it in a heartbeat.
I was saying, do you think it'll be like a Telltale game, or?
That's what I'm thinking. That's the only thing. I think that's the best adaptation for a TV show. It would be that style game. So,
Yeah.
what other titles have Future Lab worked on? Do you know?
Oh no, we'd have to look it up. Look. Because I was thinking maybe it might maybe like one of like the Mafia games, maybe.
They've made a games like called a Tiny Taxi and Velocity. It looks like they're like a mobile.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
this might be a mobile game.
It might be a mobile game. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I'd probably still dive into that. Might be the only. Yeah, they're definitely a mobile. Yeah, they're a mobile game company. All their games are like Coconut Dodge, blah blah blah. So we're gonna have a mobile Peaky Blinders.
Unless this is going to be their big chance to break out into the non-mobile world.
I would imagine that cost them a pretty money to get the rights to use Peaky Blinders, unless.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Is Peaky Blinders like a made-up story by the BBC for TV, or is it based on books?
That I don't know.
Because I guess, well, I don't suppose it makes any difference. You still got to pay license.
Still got to pay. Yeah.
So.
Oh. Well, that was a little disappointing. I was excited about that.
If it's a mobile game, it is a bit disappointing, but.
Yeah, because the same comes to PC and consoles, but let's face it, there's mobile games on PC and console as well.
Oh yeah, it does say that it did just specifically PC and consoles, so maybe we just have to keep our fingers crossed and hope they're thinking big. Maybe this is going to be their big breakout.
Yeah, hopefully. So, but speaking of breaking out, I don't know what Rocket League. That has a game where you break the ground and stuff, so that's what I was going to go for with Drop Shot or whatever.
Oh, yeah, it does, yeah.
Anyway, if you're well, there's a lot of people in different parts of the world that love baseball, but Rocket League, to hit all the bases, Rocket League is teaming up with the MLB to bring you customization items such as toppers and player banners and Rocket Boost for every current team. So this might be one of the things I might purchase from Rocket League just so I could throw an Orioles banner on my car. I was rather excited when I got an email about this, and I was like, "Ooh!" So,
I mean, yeah,
that had to cost Rocket League a pretty. The developers there are pretty penny because. I mean, Major League Baseball is one of the sports that's really greedy with letting companies use their stuff.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Yeah, they always have been. Which is one of the things that kind of ticks me off because it kind of hurts the sport a little bit, you know. But I don't know. I think it'd be pretty cool run around. I think you can get little baseball hats. Yeah, that's the toppers are little baseball caps.
Yeah, the toppers will be the hats, won't they?
Yeah, that's what baseball I really want really bad. But
so yeah. So how does? Because I'm not really I'm not a big sports guy unless it's rugby. So I know everyone says baseball's America's game. But is it American football is the bigger, more lucrative
American football nowadays is definitely the more lucrative. Baseball's been around longer. It was a sport pretty much invented here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think during the, but it does well. I mean, it's popular in the States, but it's also popular in Japan, Korea, South America. Central
big
America.
In Japan, is it?
Yeah, huge in Japan. Yeah, one of the things I would love to do if I ever make my way over to Japan is to go to a Tokyo Tigers game. I would love to do that. Because it's different. The way their fans are over there are totally different. And in America, it's you watch the game, but a lot of times people are sitting down until a big exciting part of the game happens. Whereas in Tokyo and Cuba or Venezuela and all the Latin American countries as well, they're constantly like doing like kind of like more like soccer matches where they're constantly doing songs and cheering and all that type of stuff. So I'd really like to go to one of those games just to experience that.
Oh, there you go. Organic saying you saw a game at the Tokyo Dome in 2011. Lucky bugger.
You lucky dog. Yeah, it's a totally different experience from what I hear from people. But yeah, so yeah, it's called the America's Game because it was pretty much invented here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like.
But I don't know. I mean, it's got to be still doing well. They just had Manny Machado just signed a contract for $300 million. Bryce Harper just signed a contract for $350 million, and then Mike Trout just signed a contract for $430 million. So there's still money in the sport.
Oh, they're a big goals. I'm definitely going.
All right, well, let's get back to what we normally talk about on this podcast. Sony kicks GameStop while it's down. Poor old GameStop. They're going to be gone soon, right? Like,
well, I think
they're They're just holding on.
They're holding on with their fingernails, aren't they?
Yeah. A leaked GameStop memo has revealed that Sony will stop selling full game digital download codes. You will still be able to buy PSN credit, but the only way to buy a digital game will be through the PlayStation Store. Well, I mean, does that really hurt them? I mean, they're still, if people are going to go buy the PlayStation money, there's like, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I mean, I never really understood why people go in and buy those codes for the game. I suppose if it's a gift as a present, maybe. Because if you're going to buy the game, because GameStop don't sell them any cheaper than you get them on the store, do they? So if you want the game for yourself, you might as well buy it on the store. So the only reason I could think that you would buy the codes for a specific game would be if it was a present.
Just interested in how, for retailers, how like the PSN credit or like Xbox gift card or whatever, how that works. Like, because it's like you give them $30, they're giving you something that's worth $30. Do they make no money off of that?
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing earlier this week, actually, because I popped into the UK equivalent of GameStop, which is just called Game, because I want to get some PSN credit to buy the Days Gone game. Because I don't trust Sony with my credit card details. So I only ever load up my account with PSN credit. And yeah, I went in there and bought 50 quid's worth of PSN credit. And I was thinking exactly that. I've given GameStop or Game £50 for £50 worth of PSN credit. So what are Game getting out of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a weird transaction. Unless they don't make out anything out of it and they work on the principle you might buy something else while you're in the shop.
Yeah, that's what Bob just said in chat, that they're just hoping you buy something else in that store. That's why they always GameStop is one of those places where I feel like once in a while, back when I used to go to GameStop, haven't been to one in years. Once in a while, you would get the guy that's just like, "Oh, that's all you want. Let me ring you up and leave you alone." But you would always have them trying to upsell shit to you, like, "Hey, have you checked out this? Have you heard about this? Have you done this? Do you want our warranty? Do you want this? Do you want that?" You know, like,
yeah.
And then they print out the like they're almost as bad as a CVS pharmacy in the States. Like, they print out this long fucking receipt and highlight all this shit on the receipt, and it's just like I like digital. I like purchasing things through the internet.
It's so much less hassle. I mean, yeah, I mean, I could have bought my PSN credit on Amazon, then I wouldn't have had to go on the shop at all. But it was just something to do at lunchtime. I must admit, the game near the office is quite good. They've extended it, and there's like the normal shop, and then they've added a sort of gaming arcade on the side. You can go in, and they've got like all big comfortable chairs and tons of gaming stations and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, it's not a bad shop, but 9 times out of 10 it's empty. It's only ever really busy around Christmas or sort of like Black Friday. and then there's usually a queue out the door. But the rest of the year, it's completely dead. So
yeah, I just don't see GameStop being around much longer, which is kind of sad because I remember I camped out at GameStop. Man, was this the last time I bought a hard copy of a game? Was Destiny 1. I camped out. I didn't camp out, but I went to a midnight release for Destiny 1. You know what I mean? At a GameStop. That was the last time I went to a GameStop.
Yeah, I think if shops like GameStop go, that would be a shame if those sort of events went. Is it like in the old days where you'd have queues for the Halo 2 launch or stuff like that?
Yeah. I'm laughing at Organic. He was saying that they've GameStop's reinvented themselves a handful of times. Maybe they will get exclusives right to the Stadia
controllers. Maybe they will. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. And that controller's ugly, by the way.
Oh, it is. It's awful, isn't it?
It just looks so uncomfortable. And they have, a Google button on it? Like, I don't know.
And it's got the Sony layout, hasn't it? They're not offset sticks. So the sticks are like a PlayStation controller. They're equal. But then I think I saw from a close-up that it's got like the Xbox layout for the buttons, I think. ABXY, rather than the Nintendo layout where they swap them around. So
which throws me off all the time when I get the Switch. Organic. Well, Bob said that the controller looks like a piece of candy, and followed up by that, Organic said it looks like an awesome sex toy. Tis episode 69. I had to read the sex toy thing.
So, I'm hoping if it does work, I'm hoping you can just pair any controller you want. But I suppose the controller is about the only hardware they're selling, aren't they? Back to that story.
And that's
it went clear.
And that's optional, right? They said you didn't have to have the controller. Like, you could just use keyboard and mouse if you're on a PC.
Because it's all run through Chrome, isn't it? So
yeah.
I'm just thinking, like, if you want to play it on your TV, do you just have to fire up on your smart TV? You just get the Chrome browser up? Is that how it works?
I'm guessing,
or would you need some sort? I don't know.
Yeah, I think you just run it out of their Chrome browser. I don't know. It's a lot of questions.
There are a lot of questions,
yeah, answers in the future on that. But that's it for the news, ain't it?
I think
we
it
have
is.
anything else. So, is there anything else you want to chit chat about, dude?
No, I can't think of anything. You got anything that's bothering you or worrying you?
Nothing.
Or making you really happy, even?
Beer's making me happy.
Beer makes everyone happy.
My son, I could tell a story. I could talk about my kid, like an annoying father, real quick.
Oh, go on then.
He got his first hair. Well, he didn't get full cut, but he got a hair trim, like shaped up around the sides today, and it was like funny watching the girl that cuts my hair is friends with my wife, so we were over her house, and like it was just trying to trick my son so that he will let her cut her hair. So first she was just gonna like shape it up with scissors, but he kept whacking his hand back to the back of his head. So then we went to shears, and it was just like, all right, let's put Lilo Stitch on, and she just kept sneak attacking him. It was just really funny watching him. But now he got his hair trimmed up, and he looks more like a little toddler than a baby. So, but there's your Castle's dad story of the week.
Castle's dad story. As much as I'd love to, Organic, I don't think we'll take you up on that one.
yeah. I don't think you want that out there.
I think that's a different podcast.
Yeah. Definitely a different podcast. Maybe Loveline.
Maybe.
Well, all right. Well, I guess we could wrap this thing up then. Just want to say thank you to everybody that stopped by while listening live. But hey, if you haven't, come join our Discord. You know, that's where all the fun goes down. Give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram at 16ounce gaming. at 16ounce_gaming, on Facebook, at YouTube, at 16ounce gaming family. Review us on iTunes. Tell your friends about us. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you all next week.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Game over.